I have really big news to tell you guys. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to A Week in My Life. I am currently getting ready. I have some content that I need to shoot today, and I don't know where my blush is. No, never mind. I found it. I found her. This one, we're using Rare Beauty in Hope today. How is everyone doing? So this morning so far, I went to the gym and I worked out. My trainer, so if you guys don't know, I do like group training classes, more like weight training, lifting classes. My trainer, who like is in charge of all of them, she's out of the country for like 3 weeks. So me and a couple of girls that go to the classes at the same time every day, we're like, let's just do it together. So she sent us the workouts and we're just doing it on our own. So that's kind of what is going on. People always ask me to share the workouts, and I feel like because like I'm paying her for the workouts, it would be like me sharing her intellectual property. So that's why I don't share my workouts, because I don't want to like take away money, because like people technically should be paying for it. You know what I mean? If I came up with the workouts on my own, I would share them, but I'm not talented enough to do that. Maybe one day, but I'm not that far into my fitness journey. And then after, I just got a bunch of work done. I have my taxes appointment this week. I dropped this. This is from Amazon. I'll link these down below. They're like little powder puffs. And so I was just like finalizing. No, it's got powder everywhere. It just like fell off my table. That's fun. So I was working on my taxes, then I was editing a little like TikTok. I've been trying to do weekend recaps like on TikTok, and I'll try to post them on like shorts and everything. I film these weekly vlogs, so pretty much every single day of my life is recorded on the internet. Some are for TikTok, some are for here. So if you ever wonder what I'm up to, probably posted somewhere. I'm not really feeling myself today though. Do you ever get ready and you're like, yeah? I will say, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, I've been making videos for almost 10 years now. It's like, how do I ever run out of things to talk about? And I was thinking, I was like, I just don't. Like, I can just talk for hours and hours, but then every once in a while, I'll just be like, I cannot form a thought in my head. And that's right now. I can't form a thought in my head right now. But I had a really fun weekend last weekend. I had a very social weekend. Maybe that's why I'm like not forming thoughts, is because my social battery is burned dry. I went out with a friend on Friday night, and then on Saturday night, I had like dinner and we went out with a couple friends, and then Saturday I went. Whoa, do you see the amount of blush I just put on my face? That was an accident. And then I went to a spin class on Sunday with one of my friends, because she is learning to be a spin instructor. Like, she's training to be an instructor. She was like, oh, like they're having like this little like training session and you can invite your friends. And she was like, do you want to come? And I was like, I would love to come, because I've been like not with her like on the journey of her becoming a spin instructor, because she's the one doing it, not me. I've just been like following with her and like loving her like updates on like how it's been going and everything. So I was like super excited to like see her, and I was like, woo! The entire time she was like teaching, I was like, yeah, gotta support your friends. And then I also was like, when the other people were doing it as well though, because it was like a couple of people that were like having their training session. So I was a woo girl. Also, this weekend in Arizona was pretty busy because spring training is starting. I was saying this to my Uber driver, and I was like, I'm low-key funny. But I was telling him, I was like, Arizona is a middle-aged man's dream in the month of like February to April. There was a Super Bowl, there was waste management here, and now there's spring training. There's been like so many people from like out of town. So this is definitely like our touristy season right now. And I've never lived anywhere where there was like a touristy season, because like I lived in the suburbs. Like there wasn't anything exciting in my hometown. And then, why am I dropping everything? That was a little aggressive. And then I lived in a college town, which isn't really like that much of a tourist town, but Scottsdale is now becoming more of a tourist town in the past couple of years. Oh, my camera battery's dying. Anyways, it was becoming more of like a touristy place in the past couple of years. So it's interesting like having all these people from out of town, because I've never like experienced that before, just where I've grown up and everything. It's been fun meeting people. I was talking to someone and they were like, yeah, like I came here to golf, and like I don't know why I don't live here, like I love this place. And I was like, it's gonna get hot soon. And he was like, how hot can it really be? And I was like, this summer it was like 118 degrees. And he was like, oh, never mind. And I was like, yeah, Arizona's great during this time, but not in the summer. Like this is like our peak weather. I always say this, but like everyone else, like they enjoy their summers. Our summers are indoors. Like our weather that we enjoy is this time of the year. So come visit Arizona. If you guys want any recommendations, let me know. I can try to list off as many as I can possibly think of, but if you guys are visiting, DM me and I can give you some recs. But my camera battery's dying, so I'm gonna finish getting ready and then charge my camera battery. Just finished filming a little sponsorship. That's why I look so bougie. So I have a dinner coming up with some friends. That's like a little bit of a nicer dinner. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion on what I should wear. So I just filmed like a little Instagram story. It's a sponsored content, but I did want to ask you guys what shoes you thought I should wear. So I was like, it's great. Because I had this dress in mind, but I wasn't sure what shoes to do. Also, I've really been liking slicking back my hair. Normally I've hated it, but recently I've been really into it, but only if it's in a ponytail. I haven't been liking it in a bun. I've been liking it in a pony though. But I always feel like really pretty when I slick back my hair. And I used to feel like an egg, and I still feel a little eggish, but feeling less egg, more cute. My dinner plans aren't today, they're coming up. I was just trying on the outfit because I was trying to decide what to wear. So I changed back into my comfy clothes. This is from Princess Polly, and then these are my favorite shorts. They're from Abercrombie. They're the Sunday shorts. They are the best shorts ever. They're just so comfortable. Like, they have a nice like thick waistband. They're super comfortable. And I also like that they're longer. I really like the trend of like a little bit longer of shorts just because you don't feel like your butt is out the whole time. Obviously this isn't like a cute outfit, but this is what I'm wearing. It's so funny that like I feel like bougie and then like comfy, you know? But I'm gonna edit those stories that I just filmed so I can send them to the brand. And yes, that's what we're doing. Just kidding. I've been importing footage into my Final Cut Pro for like 2 hours now and it's still not done. So I can't import more footage to edit those until this is done. My weekly vlogs are typically like 3 hours long before I start editing them. Like I have like 3, maybe 4 hours of content just with like time lapses and like me stumbling on my words and restarting. So that's why these take so long to import and to edit and everything. They're always worth it because I love these. They're my favorite to make. So we're just gonna wait for this to be done. In the meantime, I'm gonna see what else I have going on. I have to be honest, it's only noon and I got almost everything done on my to-do list today besides 2 things so far. I will say those 2 things that I have to do will be very time consuming, but I'm like, look at me getting everything done, being productive, slay. I feel like I'm always the most productive on Mondays. That's also one of my tips for you guys. People always ask me like productivity tips. I always try to get as much done in the beginning of the week when I can because I always feel like I have the most energy and the most motivation in the beginning of the week. Like on Monday, I don't know why Monday is just like my most productive day. So if I can get a bunch of little things done on Monday, it will like set me up for the rest of the week. So on Thursday and Friday, Thursdays are always pretty busy days for me, but Friday I try to always have work, but never like super stressful, like time sensitive work. Pretty proud of myself, woo! But this will be a busy week for me. I do have to admit, I do. People always ask me like what lip combo I'm wearing, so I actually wanted to show you guys this. This is my first time trying it today. I really like lip tints. I eat a lot, I drink a lot, not like alcohol, but like, well, I do drink alcohol, but I mostly drink water. Lip products always rub off. I feel like this is not the best look right now, but I tried out Play Tint by Benefit today. It's like a lip tint. I always use Benetint, but this one's a little bit more pink, and I actually think I like this one more. It's not the same material. Nope. Okay, you guys are literally sitting on a high heel right now. Now you're leaned up against a high heel. Don't know where I put my tripod. Look at this though. It's so pretty. Look at that. I love that color. I'll link this down below, and then I'll always put like a chapstick over it to like keep my lips moisturized, but I like that it adds a little bit of color, and I like this shade a lot. Lip tints are really where it's at because they don't rub off. I mean, maybe they just did, I don't know. Look at that. I love that. Ooh. I am wearing makeup today, but my skin has been doing better. You guys can still see that I do have some like acne, but it's so much better than it was before. I feel so much more confident in my skin, and I'm really happy about that, and I think it was mainly just from cutting out products that my skin was having like an allergy to. I really don't have any like tips or anything. I think it was just that I was having an allergic reaction to something. Highlight is Rare Beauty, by the way. Slang. Okay, I need to stop staring at myself. Sometimes I'm like, am I very vain? Or do I just appreciate the one time a week when I put makeup on? I'd really like to think it's the second one. But if I am vain, at least I'm a little self-aware. Oh, okay, never mind. I was gonna say we should be productive while my video is importing and try to find my tripod, but I just took a little looky look around my apartment. Found it. Woo! Funniest thing just happened. 2 really funny things. So I just got this package. I'm doing a sponsorship with CVS for International Women's Day, which I am so excited about. When they like offered me the deal, I love the concept of the campaign, and I was like, I absolutely want to do this. But I had to go get that package. I was leaving my apartment. Someone was entering at the same time. Like I opened the door as like this guy was trying to open the door, and we both were like, like we both gave each other the biggest heart attack because it was just like a jump scare that we were both like right there at the same time. I literally like gasped and like screamed a little bit, and he was like, you just scared me so much, and I was like, same. I was like, so sorry. And then I got my package, and then I was entering back into my apartment complex, and just like pretty much every apartment you have to like scan to get in because there's like lots of security for my apartment. And so someone was leaving the apartment as I was about to enter, so they like held the door open for me, and I was like, oh, thanks so much. And he goes, like that was he. Like that was his facial reaction, and I wonder if it's like because of my outfit. Like he was like like it was just like a very judgmental look. I don't know, 2 really funny interactions. Gotta love it. But yeah, maybe I should have worn something different, but who cares? I was just going to get a package for a second. Why am I in the mood to dance? I want to see what's in here. This video is not sponsored. This is like an Instagram sponsorship. This is so cute. Oh my god, this is so cute. Oh my god. Not to spoil it, a pink feather boa. Okay, I need to like preserve this for the sponsorship, but like very cute. Very, very, very cute. But I am hungry, so we're gonna make some lunch. I actually have made this in the past and I've shown it to you guys, but we'll make it again. We are making those buffalo chicken little flatbreads. They were so good. And I like that they were like a good amount of protein. Like they were very filling all around. First step, I'm turning it away so you don't see it. I'm going to bake some chicken in the oven and then we'll shred it up. So this is first things first, and I will not show it to you guys, but I think I'm gonna just season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, like paprika. That's typically my usual spices that I use on chicken. Oh, it looks like an egg, but I realized that I forgot to add garlic powder, but I wanted to share with you guys that I'm trying this for the first time. It's seasoned salt. Okay, I know that everyone uses this stuff, but like I've never tried it, so I wanted to try. I don't know what's in it either, but I've heard that so many people use this and really like it, so I tried it. I'll keep you guys updated. Even though I'm not really eating the chicken, like if the chicken's gonna be like seasoned with buffalo sauce, so I guess it doesn't really matter. I love your guys' recommendations. You guys always give me the best recommendations for like how to marinate something or meals that I should make, or like even like simple little things. My baking sheets, like they would always stain, so many of you guys were like, just wrap the entire thing with tinfoil, and I was like, why did I not try that? Do you know some things you're like, this should be common sense, but for some reason it's not? That's me. That's typical me. I'm getting really hungry though. This needs to heat up faster because I'm so hungry. In the meantime though, we are going to prep our little buffalo mixture. I've used a recipe in the past and I'm just gonna try to like remember. So the first thing is the Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce. This stuff is incredible. I actually just bought another giant one of these from the grocery store the other day. And by the other day, I mean yesterday. The little crusty stuff that gets on the top though, that always grosses me out. Do you know what I'm talking about? Like crust over. Pour enough to your liking. That maybe was a little too much. I actually just used the entire thing, so good thing I got more. I probably used a little too much if we're just being honest, but it's so good. It's a little spicy. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of olive oil. This is almost gone. Just like that much, I guess. And then some white vinegar. I don't know what white vinegar does, if we're being honest, but I do remember the recipe called for it. It doesn't smell very good. Maybe it like adds a little like acidity to it. Maybe it does something with the spices. I've never actually used white vinegar until recently. It's a food dressing. Interesting. There's like a whole paragraph in the back of it. I don't really care that much. And then we're gonna season it with some seasoning. So we have some salt. I eyeball this. It might be annoying that I eyeball it and don't have exact measurements. I'm sorry. I'm gonna use a little bit of onion powder. Do you guys like onion powder? I always feel like a little iffy about onion powder. I feel like I need to do more seasoning than normal because I did use a little bit more. I just used way too much. Oops. What I was getting at though is I used more buffalo sauce than normal. So I guess just to kind of like keep up the ratio. And then garlic powder is the last thing. And because I didn't do any garlic powder on my chicken, and because I like garlic, it's raining garlic powder. We're just gonna stir this up. The onion powder is like chunky. Also, I'll link these spices down below, but it's like a spice set that I really like. I found it on Amazon and it's a small like family owned business. So if I can support a family owned business, I would love to, as always. So I'll link like my spice set down below. I have a ton of spices and it's just like nice having them on hand. Especially when I was in college, I only had like 5 spices that I bought at Trader Joe's and I was like just rotating through those constantly. So it's nice whenever I see a recipe and it's like, oh, you need like thyme or you need, I was gonna say arugula, but arugula is not a spice. Cumin. I have it, you know? So I'll link it down below for you guys. Not that these are like bougie spices by any means that I'm using, but I had never used onion powder before this. And I feel like onion powder is a pretty standard spice. This is like the dumbest thing that I'm talking about. Sometimes I talk and I'm like, maybe you should shut up. Chicken is done. Biggest life hack is a meat thermometer. It just saves me a lot of anxiety of being like, is this done? Is it not? And it is. So I'm gonna shred this. This is definitely not an essential, but this is a chicken shredder. I like this a lot. I hate shredding chicken. Like I don't like it with the forks. It's annoying. And I know you can also do a hand mixer, but like just the idea of plugging something in, I don't know. I'm lazy. And this is a lazy tool. I'll link this down below. But essentially you put the chicken in it and it shreds it. It just saves a lot of time. And like I said, I'm lazy. I'll show you how this works. Plop the chicken in there. This is one chicken breast that I just kind of sliced in half so it would cook evenly through. The chicken is in there. It looks so weird. It's like stabbed all the way through. It's just odd. Stab it again for a second time. Just twist it. I like to hold it and twist it because I find that I get more of a grip on it. 30 seconds later, you have shredded chicken. Shreds it beautifully. We are going to plop this into our little buffalo mixture. I don't know if this bowl is gonna be big enough. Oh, I just like completely missed. I really thought I was just gonna. Well, I tried. A for effort. I really thought I could just turn it upside down. Nope. Okay, then we're gonna carefully mix all of this because this is a very tightly packed bowl. Just kind of coat it all with the buffalo. My recommendation if you were to do this would be to use a bigger bowl. Don't be dumb like me. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Everybody gets that way. Sometimes I'm in a jam. I gotta make a plan. Okay, sorry. This is all mixed very nicely. So now we're gonna go on to our flatbreads. These from Trader Joe's are so yummy. This might be a dumb idea, but I'm gonna use that same pan. I just took the tin foil off. The pan is very hot though. I think it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna turn broil on for my oven. You know, I'm gonna do low broil because the last time I did set my smoke detectors off doing this. We're making 2 servings. I find that 1 flatbread is like plenty. It's like very filling. So I'm just laying out 2 of the flatbreads and then doing a drizzle of olive oil and then a drizzle of the buffalo sauce. This is my new one, ha ha ha. And just a little bit, and then I'm just gonna take a little spoon and that was way more than a little bit. This happened. Oh my gosh. In my flop era today, guys, everything I'm doing is just failing miserably. It happened. Everybody makes mistakes. Everybody has those days. It's gonna be what I tell myself from now on. Okay, and then a little, should I have shaken this? I'm gonna shake this before. A little bit of buffalo sauce and oil, like I said. And then I'm using that same spoon because I don't want to dirty another thing, and then just spreading it around. I've already showed this to you guys in other vlogs, but also I don't expect people to watch every single one of my vlogs. But if you do, thanks for being here. I appreciate you. And if you don't, also appreciate you being here. I hope you enjoy. Okay, now I'm gonna mound on the chicken. The shit's spicy, I gotta admit. What is your guys' spice tolerance? I feel like mine's getting better, but when I was a kid, I was like a honey barbecue kind of wings girl. But now that I'm growing up, I'm like, I can handle a little spice. Like I used to think sriracha was too spicy. Going to add some mozzarella cheese on top, but also at the same time, I wonder, I do this a lot and this is my fatal flaw, and I've gotten so much better at it. When I was younger, I would just say I didn't like something before ever trying it. Like I'd be like, oh, like I don't like sriracha, it's way too spicy. But like, did I actually try sriracha? No. Or like that was how I felt about like ranch for the longest time. I was like, oh, I don't like ranch. And I tried it once, I didn't like it, and then I never tried it again. I guess that's kind of a difference. But like I used to just say I didn't like things, but I never tried it. Eating a little bit of cheese. Going to put this on the top shelf of my oven on broil, 2 to 5 minutes, depending on how fast this cooks. But considering I almost caught my apartment on fire last time, we're gonna go in the lower half. She's out of the oven. Look at her. Beautiful. Does anyone know why this happens with pans when they're in the oven, how they like bend? Like why does that happen? But I use my kitchen shears to cut this into like 4 pieces. And then if you want to put anything on top of it, like the original recipe, yogurt, avocado, red onion, sometimes I'll eat it like this. I also like it with a little bit of Greek yogurt on it because it milds out the spice a little bit. Very yummy. Super easy too. Like the most time consuming part was baking the chicken. So if you had like rotisserie chicken or even like meal prep chicken, this would be super easy and fast. But yes, I'm gonna eat this for dinner. This is not dinner. This is lunch. And then we're gonna get back to working. Of course, we had to do a taste test, so I added on the Greek yogurt. You would think that Greek yogurt would be super weird with this, but it just somehow goes. Very good. Yum. Delish. I'm gonna eat this. Enjoy it. Mwah. Hello, little update. Currently filming my sponsorship for International Women's Day, and I'm wearing pink. I look so cute. My top is from Target. These bottoms, I don't know where I got them. I might have thrifted them. And I made a little mocktail in my drink, so I'm about to go edit this because I just filmed it, but I think it turned out really well. I'm really excited for it. I love this boa. I feel like I'm going to a Harry Styles concert. Just edited everything, and then I just sent it over. I made this like, am I losing my voice? Did you hear like a squeak a little bit? Hello? I made this really good drink in the video that I made for them, and it's so good. I definitely think I'm gonna make it more often. I'll show it to you guys. It was delicious. It's 4 p.m. I need to edit my video. Why am I chewing on my pen? I've been putting it off all day. I edited for a while, and while I was editing, I was watching or like listening to this podcast, Josh Peck's podcast, and Hillary Duff was on it, and that just like cured my inner child. Like it just did something for me. I do have like feather boas, like feathers all over my floor, and I've been picking them up, but still finding a ton everywhere. So for dinner tonight, we are making like a sweet chili chicken thing. My friend Emily sent me this recipe. She made it, and then I was like, that looks amazing, and she was like, you have to make it, and I was like, okay. So she sent me this little like Instagram reel that has the recipes. We are going to make it. It looks really simple, so let's make it. So first step is to chop up chicken into like little pieces, season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, and then put it on the stove and cook it until it's like ready, and then we'll make the sauce together. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'll show you guys the chicken when it's not in its raw form. So I lied, call me a liar. The pan is not done heating up, but I wanted to make the sauce with you guys, and I figured now would be a good time so there's not like the sizzling of the chicken. So the recipe calls for 3/4 of a sweet chili sauce. I'm using the Trader Joe's one, 3 tablespoons of soy sauce, and then a tablespoon of lime juice. It said you can add in sriracha, so I'm gonna do like a little bit of sriracha just for a spicy spice. I'm not measuring this. I've given up on measuring things. I just don't like dirtying the dishes. That's the point of my life that I've come to. I have no idea if that's even 1/4 of a cup. I could not tell you. Visually, I really want to get a measuring scale and start like weighing my measurements and being like, okay, this is a tablespoon. This is what this looks like, so I can like visually see it because I'm such a visual learner. That's what I have in there. I'm just gonna do a couple splashes of soy sauce. Maybe it was too much, I don't know. And then a couple splashes of this lime juice that I just got, so I need to take the seal off. I'm just gonna do a little bit of sriracha too, just like that's not even that much. And then I'm going to mix it up. Once the chicken is done cooking, I'm gonna add this to it, and then I'll show you guys when that happens. I'm microwaving some broccoli, and then I have some rice that I want to heat up, but the broccoli is taking a while. It's a different broccoli than I normally use, but I wanted to do a little taste test of this. It also just came out of the stove like 2 seconds ago, so it's probably burning hot. Good. I don't know, I feel like stuff like this, maybe the chicken should have been like air fried to be like crispy and then put the sauce on it, but I will say my air fryer is recalled. I'll talk about that later. I can't really use, I mean, I'm going to keep using my air fryer even though it is recalled, which I know I shouldn't, but like whatever. But I think that this would be better if this was like maybe some cornstarch to it and then you put it in the air fryer so it got crispy and kind of got like a crispy edge, and then you put the sauce in it, because it just kind of tastes like pan fried chicken with sauce, which just, it's not doing as much as it should. It's like too tender. Happy Tuesday, you guys. I was actually planning on filming a sponsored video today, but I think I'm gonna do that tomorrow. I think that I just prefer having Tuesdays be like computer days where I'm like editing. I also have an appointment at 4 o'clock. I had my therapy a little bit earlier. Now I'm just getting some edits and like editing a video. Like a brand sent me feedback, so I'm just changing a few things. I feel like I look crazy right now. I feel like a little scary. Oh, so yeah, I think that I'm going to make my weekly to-do list. So I had this to-do list going on. They're basically the same thing. This one's just bigger, and this one also has like little time slots. Why will I not focus on this? There's like little time slots. I just have like a bunch of little things that I need to do this week, so I feel like I like this because there's just more slots on it. So I'm going to make a new weekly to-do list. This one's my favorite. This is the weekly extended. That's what we're doing right now. So somebody bought one of the weekly extended to-do list, so I just packaged that up, and then I also had a Poshmark order, so I packaged that up as well. I thought I would put like a little something on my face because I feel like I look really scary. So we're starting off with sunscreen because we're gonna go outside. I'm using Glow Screen. I'll link it down below. It's by Supergoop. I like that it gives like a little glow. Like people always compliment me whenever I wear it. They're like, wow, you're like literally glowing. Your skin is so stunning. And I'm like, I mean, no one says my skin is stunning, but they're like, wow, your skin is glowing. And I'm like, it's my sunscreen. I don't know if I didn't sleep well last night. I think my under eye bags are really, ugh. We're gonna do the Rare Beauty under eye brightener. This isn't even like a concealer. It's just like a serum that's meant to brighten under your eyes. So I figured to really put it to the test today. I feel bad for my therapist. She had to like see me like this. She's probably like, is this girl okay? I mean, she knows I'm not, but probably her more so than anybody else. This is a dry like beauty sponge. It's not even damp. I don't feel like dampening it. Think I look more normal? I think I look so much more normal. This eye looks more covered than this eye. Should we do a little bit more on that side? But wow, I really do think that like it did a lot for me right there. That's crazy how much that helped. I'm gonna set it a little bit just, you know, because I feel like you'll probably crease if I don't. I'm using this angled brush. I know this wouldn't be the brush that you would typically use, but I don't know where the one that I would typically use is. Okay, I feel like that really like made me more alive. Do we conceal this? I mean, while we're here, might as well, I guess. This is the NARS Creamy Concealer. Or is this even the Creamy Concealer? Soft Matte Concealer, I apologize. Does my skin look perfect? No. Can you kind of see everything underneath? Yes. Okay, I will say, this is already creasing on me pretty badly. Like, a crease city. I think I look a lot more presentable. I'm going to put on some clothes, and then, because I'm like kind of in pajamas right now, I decided to keep wearing the sweatpants. So these are from Princess Polly. This is from, I think, Forever 21. I got this like years ago. I'm probably gonna be a little cold. My arms might be, but I'll be comfortable. Now we're gonna eat some lunch. It's kind of later in the day. I got like a later start because I had my therapy appointment earlier today. And I always like a little bit of computer work, but I feel like that always like sets me back. That's why I like Tuesdays to be kind of like a computer focused day. I have a lot of work to get done, so I'm gonna eat this as I work. Let's go. It is 5 p.m. now. I just had a meeting with my tax accountant on Zoom, and he's like the sweetest old man, but he can talk. He can talk so much. I've never met someone who can talk as much as this man, but he's like the sweetest little thing. Or not little, that's not the right word. He's just like this like older man. He's adorable. And I appreciate him because like he says stuff about like accounting and tax and I'm like, what? I don't know what any of that means. But I think that I want to order food tonight. I've been eating at home so much recently. The only time I really eat out is when I'm with friends or on the weekends. And pretty much the only time I eat out on the weekends is when I'm with friends. And I think I was gonna order sushi, maybe pick it up because I don't like paying like the Postmate fee or like the delivery fee. I don't know about you guys, but like those little fees will prevent me from getting stuff. So I was thinking of just ordering some sushi. I know it's early, but I'm still kind of hungry. I don't know, I just feel like I've been like in a mood today and I just feel like maybe treating myself and like doing something that I enjoy will. What do I enjoy? Eating sushi. Will make me just like kind of snap me out of it and put me in a better mood. But I pretty much did not get like any of the work done that I needed to get done today at all. Like that, I didn't do it at all pretty much, but that sucks. I also need to email someone back. I don't know. I'm gonna order some sushi, but I'll keep you guys updated. Good morning, you guys. I have some things to admit. Today is Thursday. So the last clip you saw, I was ordering sushi, I believe. I was gonna show you guys the sushi I got, but I have to be honest, I was in such a bad mood. Like people were pissing me off. Like every single thing was going on, which is annoying me. And I was just like, I cannot be on camera right now. Like this is just not a part of me that I want to be on the internet. Like I was just so aggravated by everything. So I just ate my sushi. I did my work. I don't know. I'm sorry that I didn't show you my sushi, but I was just so annoyed with everything going on in my personal life that I was just like, I can't do this right now. I'm not capable of this. I can't. And then yesterday I filmed a sponsored video. So that's why I didn't vlog yesterday. It was like a little day in my life video. Now we're here. It's kind of just like an abrupt like, hello, welcome back. I apologize. I have the busiest day today because yesterday I was filming the sponsored video and I kind of pushed off a lot of stuff until today. I did do some stuff on my to-do list already. I have to be honest, I was so just annoyed and I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm like, baby, I should show these things. I feel like talking to you guys is like FaceTiming a friend, and sometimes when I'm in a bad mood, I just want to be alone. I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to FaceTime a friend. I don't want to see anyone. I just want to like isolate myself and just eat my sushi and just like mope or just like be annoyed in my own space and not talk to people. So I apologize. I genuinely do feel like we're FaceTiming though. Okay, so I have a lot to get done today. Like I said, I have so much work. Let me do that. What? Take two. I'm about to say something really annoying. I have a lot to do today. Like I was saying, I have a bunch to do today and I have a facial that I have to go to. And I feel like if someone were to be like, I'm so busy, I have a facial to go to, I'd be like, really? That's what you have to go to? But for some reason, I always book appointments like this. Like I booked this appointment months ago. And for some reason, every single time I have an appointment, it always lands on a day where I am so busy and I have so much to do. But I'm on my skin journey. So we're gonna see what the professional says. Hopefully it's gonna go well. Last time I went, my skin was much worse if we recall. It's not perfect, but it's so much better. So I am excited to go because I'm excited to see what she says about my skin so we can kind of make some progress on it. But I have a lot to do today. My merch launches tomorrow. I'm wearing it right now as well, but I also have it on this hanger. I think by the time that this video is going up, like the pre-order is closed. I don't even know if it's still available. I have a lot to do to prepare for that. And then I have something to tell you guys. I have really big news to tell you guys. Like this is the biggest news I've had in a really long time, but I'm gonna tell it to you guys after my facial because I actually need to leave soon. How far away is it? I can never remember. I talk about this all the time, but I get really bad anxiety about being late to places. Like I will always show up early. Okay. Sorry, a photo of Whitney Simmons just popped up on my phone and her butt looks so nice. It's kind of like a booty shot, but I was like, slay Whitney. Okay, let's see how far away it is. I need to leave in like 10-15 minutes. So I also need to like put on clothes. Like I'm gonna put on probably it's like a pair of leggings or jeans or something. What else? Okay. I just have so much to do today and it's a bunch of little things. Hello? What is going on here? Oh, I did that. Okay. Oh, sorry, I just hit you. My bad. Sorry. I feel like I'm a little scatterbrained right now because I'm just all over the place. I'm so sorry. For those of you following my skin journey, here's an update. Just had my facial. We did like a lot of fun stuff. So we did like this little like zappy pen thing. And then we also did like the LED like red light thing that we've done in the past. I look glowy. I mean, aside from obviously all the extractions, but I'm glowing. So here's what we're up to. I decided a while ago that I didn't want to do spironolactone. I believe that's how you pronounce it. That's what my dermatologist prescribed, but my skin has gotten so much better since I went. And I just felt like the point that my skin is at right now, it doesn't need that. I decided against it. And so my esthetician and I, basically when I first went to her, we tried 3 products. One of them caused like some kind of allergy on my face, which caused my skin to like really break out. It wasn't even like a purge, it was a full-on allergy. So we're slowly introducing things back in to see what it was. So far, the one thing that we've introduced back hasn't affected my skin. So we're trying a cleanser now. We think it's the moisturizer, but we're doing that. We're gonna see how it goes. She also gave me this. It's called Alpharet, but we're not introducing this into my skincare just yet. We're taking things very slow. I feel like if anything, I'm a little traumatized. My skin breaking out to that extent so fast was just really scary. We're slowly introducing things because that was horrible. So we know that my skin is sensitive, but I'm gonna go home, do a lot of work. It's funny because like all I wanted to do was like sleep after that. Like that was so relaxing. And my esthetician is so nice. But I have a lot to get done today, so we will be doing that. We're gonna go home and we're gonna eat some food and then we're gonna work because I'm starving. An up close little look at my skin. Also, she had the cutest dog. Her dog is there and it's like training to be a service dog. And it was so cute. It was like letting me, I know that you're not supposed to like pet service dogs, but like it's training. It was so cute. It like let me, it was adorable. I'm sure this is going to come as no shock to anyone, but we are having my hyperfixation of the moment for lunch, my salmon, sweet potato, kale salad. I think I mentioned this multiple times. My air fryer's been recalled because it catches on fire, so I need to take care of that, but I'm using it in the meantime. I mean, I know it's not a good thing to do, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Question, are you guys pro salmon skin or not pro salmon skin? I think it's disgusting. I will not be eating salmon skin. I know some people are like, oh, it's super crunchy. No, I'm not eating scales. No, 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 no. Freaks me out. This is a big boy piece of salmon. Oh, it just drops on the floor. It's gonna be like kind of shredding this up a little bit. Throwing that in there, give it a good little mix. I also have kale and sweet potato. Now we're gonna throw in our little avocado dressing and then we'll add in feta after. I'm seriously so hyperfixated on this. I go through these phases with certain foods. This is like very solid. This should be liquidier, but whatever. This happens all the time when we do food. I'll find a meal and I'll be like super obsessed with it, and then I eat it 24/7, and then one day I get like revolted by the thought of it, and then I'll never eat it again. I'm like that way with like a veggie stir fry with like the Trader Joe's soyaki sauce. If you've ever had that, I cannot eat that ever again because I ate it so much at one point because I was so obsessed with it, and I just ate it until I was absolutely disgusted with it. It's just who I am. I can't help it. So one day I will be revolted by this. I guarantee it. Until that day though, I'm gonna keep eating it. While this was cooking, while the salmon was in the air fryer, I was doing some emails and everything. That is where we're at right now. I'm probably going to be working as I eat this just because, like I said, I have a lot of stuff to do. And I took some time out of my day for my skin appointment. But let's go back to work. Okay, I have some crazy shit to tell you guys. I might have gotten a job. It might be thanks to you guys. So let me tell you guys this whole story. So, do you guys see this fuzz floating around? I think it's from the feather boa. 2 days ago, I got this email and it was kind of like a weird, really short email. The caption or like the subject line was referral. It was this lady and she was like, hi, I'm looking for a social media manager position. I was referred to you. Do you have time to talk? At first I was like, is this a scam? Because I will be honest, it was my work email, like my YouTube work email. And sometimes I get like scam companies and things like that, people trying to get my phone number and my personal information. So at first I was like, this is probably a scam. But then I checked out the email and it was like Keegan at business. Like, you know, there's like at Gmail, or you could be like at Google, at Princess Polly, something like that. So it was at a business's name. So I like searched the business and I was like, okay, this looks like a legit business. And then I did some cross-referencing and I was like, okay, this is the owner of the business. And then I was like, okay, did I apply for this job on LinkedIn? So I searched my LinkedIn and didn't apply for that job on LinkedIn. So I was like, I don't know how this person got my contact. And normally I would not respond to this. My anxiety and like just me being like, I don't know what this is about would probably stress me out. I'm like, I don't know what I'm getting myself into. But I've really been trying to not get in my own way so much recently. So I responded responded and I was like, yeah, I have time to talk. So we set up a time to talk the following day, which was yesterday, which is when I was filming the sponsored video. So that's why this is like a little delayed, because I wanted to tell you guys in this video. I had no idea what to expect for this phone call. I didn't really know anything. I didn't know what this person was wanting. I didn't know if this was a job interview phone call. I didn't know if this was like an informational phone call. I didn't know anything. I didn't know if this was just me telling her what she was looking for or like her interviewing me. Like, I was really stressed about it. First of all, I was really stressed because I hate talking on the phone. I had no idea what I was getting myself into, but I also didn't have too much weight relying on the outcome. So I feel like I wasn't too stressed about it, but I was pretty stressed. I wasn't like a 10, but I was like an 8 on the stress level, which for me is very good. Normally I'm like an 11 out of 10. And so I have this phone call with this lady. By the way, I gave her the wrong phone number at first, which really looks great for me. And she was like, hi, like I'm looking for a social media manager for my businesses. So what are your services? And I was like, I've ran social media accounts before. I've run my own. I ran my sororities. I had internships, stuff like that. Like, I've definitely ran social media accounts before, but I'm not like a current social media manager. And it's definitely something in my wheelhouse, something that I'm definitely capable of, something that I've done in the past, but it's not something that I'm currently doing. And I currently have like packages and pricing and all of that stuff for it. And so she was like, so what do you offer? Like, what are your services? And I was like, yeah, so who referred me again? Because I was like, I don't know what to say here. I kind of froze. And she was like, oh, well, I posted on this Scottsdale Facebook page. And she was like, I was looking for someone, and she was like, I really wanted like an individual young person. I didn't want like a firm or a company or someone older doing it. She was like, I really wanted like the personalized touch. And she was like, somebody named Brittany left this glowing review for you. She was like, this was like the best recommendation. She was like, I probably had like 40 referrals, and out of all of them, you were my favorite. I like searched up your social media. I really like what you do. And I was like, oh my gosh. And she read me what Brittany said, and it was so nice. I don't know a Brittany, so I'm assuming it's one of you guys. So I just want to say to Brittany, if you're watching this, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for this amazing, nice review that you left me, a referral that you left for me. It was so, thank you, Brittany. Also, the sun is like going over a cloud, and then it's not. So like the lighting is kind of just like, thank you, Brittany. Can we just like everyone in the comments say thank you, Brittany? Because genuinely from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much for referring me to this, because I'm really excited about this. I don't want to get my hopes up. So we had this phone call, and she was telling me what she was looking for, and she was like, I own a couple businesses. I just like don't have the time to run the social media pages and everything. I'm wanting to do like something hourly, something part-time, where like you run my social media accounts, you come into like our offices every once in a while, like maybe weekly, get some content, help us with things. And it really seemed like the perfect opportunity for me, because it's part-time, so I can still do YouTube, I can still do all my social media. Because if you guys don't know, I talked about this in one of my Q&As, that I've been looking for a job. I will say I was looking for more of like a corporate America W9, W2 job. Or is it I think it's W2, right? W2 job. This is more of like an independent contractor 1099 job. Like, I'm not getting like benefits and health insurance from this. But one thing that really stressed me out about like applying for like a corporate America type marketing job was I was really afraid that I wouldn't have the time to do YouTube if it was full-time. So this seems like it is literally perfect that it's part-time, so I can still do this. I will say I don't really know if I want to like mention the company. I don't want any of my stuff with my social media to interfere with their business. Not that you guys would, but do you know what I mean? So I don't think that I want to mention the business, but it seems like the perfect thing. And she was saying, she was like, yeah, out of all the referrals, like you were my favorite. And we were talking, she's like, yeah, this sounds really great. The only thing that we didn't discuss was like pricing. So I just sent her, I just did a ton of research on like what I should be charging, and I made like a little template and everything. So I sent her like a little pricing sheet of like services and everything. And again, I've never done this. I was honestly really shocked she didn't ask for my resume or a portfolio or anything, but she seemed to really trust me. And she said that she like looked at my social media and was like impressed by it. But I don't know, like I don't want to say it's like too good to be true, and I'm nervous that it might fall through, and I'm here talking about it. If this doesn't work out, I don't want to hide this, because I feel like this is just the reality. Like sometimes things work out and sometimes things don't, and I feel like people only show like, yay, I got a job after the whole trial and error process and like going through interviews and stuff like that, and they don't really show like, oh, I interviewed for like 10 different companies and I didn't get them. So if this doesn't work out, that will suck, but it does make me really excited. Like, this is an opportunity. And I will say, like, being a social media manager probably isn't my end goal for like a corporate type job, but I've been applying to jobs, more like corporate marketing jobs, for a while now. I haven't been that successful. Like I said, there's like a recession going on. A lot of people are getting laid off, especially like I found that a lot of people in marketing departments and social media marketing are getting laid off. So it's just very competitive to find like a corporate job. So I think that this is like really, for me at this time, like the perfect thing. Like, it's part-time, I can still do YouTube. It will add to my resume. It will help me build a portfolio. And I know the type of business I could do really well for it. Like, I'm already like brainstorming all these ideas, and it's not even like official and confirmed. I just want to say, Brittany, if you're watching this, I love you. Thank you so much for recommending me for this. That was so nice of you. You didn't have to do that, but I genuinely appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. But that was my super exciting news that I might have gotten a job. I'm very nervous that it's not gonna work out, but I'm just trying to tell myself that it will. But I might be a social media marketing coordinator, whatever, manager. I just feel like I could do really well. I'm really excited about it. I am really nervous about it. It does make me anxious. I will be talking about it with my therapist. I feel really good about it. And even if this doesn't work out, it does show me that like there are opportunities like this out there, that it's all gonna work out. I just keep saying to myself, I am so lucky. Things work out for me. I'm a lucky girl. Affirmations. It's literally my screensaver that says, reminder, I'm so lucky, everything works out for me. Keep saying that to yourself and things will fall into your lap. I've been writing a lot of affirmations recently in my little like 5-minute a day journal, and like I'm always like, things work out for me, things work out for me, I'm so lucky, like everything happens for a reason, things will always turn out the way that I need them to, and they freaking are. Love that. Just wanted to update you guys. Again, Brittany, I love you. Everyone hype Brittany up in the comments. Brittany! This is a Brittany fan page for the rest of the video. Love you, Brittany. You're freaking kidding me. Of course I left that open. You guys are gonna judge me for this, but I do this quite often. Just my little rolly chair. I don't even get up and walk. I just roll. And then I kind of have to like swim back because I need some like momentum. Don't judge me. I'm so lazy, but most of the time I walk over there, but sometimes I don't feel like it. Another thing that's working out for me really well. Today is March 2nd. So far, this has been an amazing month. Best month of my life so far. If you guys remember, I made that video where I was crying and super emotional, where my management dropped me. So I've been doing sponsorships and everything on my own. Thank you guys for all your support on the sponsorships that I've had recently. I haven't had that many, but I do appreciate you guys hyping me up because it is intimidating running it all myself. My old manager, so I need to give you guys a backstory on this, okay? When I was 18, I was with a management company, and then I switched to a different management company when I was 19. The reason I switched to the different management company was because they were just a much bigger company. I was like a small fish in a big pond there versus like a big fish in a small pond. The bigger management just had more opportunities for me. They have like a lot more connections. It was just a better overall thing. However, that bigger management did drop me because when you are a small fish in a big pond, you get eaten. Love that. I was with them for I think 5 years, almost 4 or 5 years, something like that. So my initial manager at the very first company that I was with for only a year, I loved her so much. She was an amazing manager. I like still follow her. I have her on Be Real. Like I consider her a friend even though we don't like hang out and talk every day. But like I said, they were just a smaller management and had nothing to do with her and just the opportunities that I could have had. They had no hard feelings. They were very supportive of me and they were like, we wanted this for you. Like this is like, you're going to the major leagues. Like this is so exciting. And then the major leagues dropped me. Another thing that worked out for me really well, my manager from my very first management, she works for a different management now. And she texted me and she was like, would you want to get coffee sometime soon? I haven't seen her in a really long time. And so I'm hoping that that is her wanting me to join their management. I'm gonna ask her, even if she doesn't ask me, I'm gonna ask her. Because when I initially got dropped from my management a couple weeks ago, my first thought was I should text her and see if they're taking on clients. But then I saw on her Be Real that she was on a vacation. So I was like, okay, I'll do that after she gets home. And then this week has been kind of chaotic for me with my merch launch and then like other stuff going on. So I was like, okay, I'll do that next week. But then she texted me and she was like, do you want to get coffee? So I'm really hoping that she's gonna ask me to join their management. And if she doesn't ask me, I'm gonna ask her. And then even if it doesn't work out, I'm gonna ask if she has new referrals or anything like that. Everything has been really working out for me. I've just been really happy, and like all the sponsorships that I've been doing have been going really well. My merch launch is tomorrow. My birthday is in less than a week. I've been so happy. Things are just working out for me. I'm thriving. Not really. I mean, like, am I thriving? I don't know. I am very excited. So even if that doesn't work out with her, that is still exciting that she texted me that because I really do love her and I'm excited to see her. But if she could be my manager again, that'd be amazing because I loved working with her last time when I was like a little kiddo, when I was a teenager. So I have a few more things to do today, but I've been really getting everything done. Slay. Love that. Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Today is the most amazing day. Woo! Whoa, I like got really dizzy doing that. I'm like, ooh, seeing stars. Today is the day that my merch launches. I just uploaded my YouTube video an hour and a half ago, so not like just happened, but I was showing it to you guys. It's what I'm currently wearing. I have no idea if it's still available. I have literally no clue by the time this video goes up. No idea. If it is, I'll link it down below. If it's not, sorry. I've obviously teased this merch to you guys a million times, but it is making me so happy. Like how many people are saying that they want to get it and that they're excited for it. I'm like shaking. I'm so excited. I'm just so excited and just so grateful for you guys. You guys are so freaking nice to me. I don't know, sometimes I feel like I get really lonely and I get in my head if people like me. I'm like, do people like me? But like, thank you guys for liking me and just being so nice and supportive of everything that I do. Whether or not you bought my merch, just like your support means so much to me. I am in the best mood ever. This is the best week of my entire life. So drama, but like really, what a great way to end being 22, because next week is my birthday. I'm just so happy. The merch hasn't gone live yet. It goes live in an hour and a half is when it like officially like launches for pre-order. I'm just so excited and just so happy. I also really have to pee right now. Like as I'm talking, my bladder is like holding on by a string. I just wanted to say thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys continuously show me. I feel like I get so annoying whenever I say this. You guys are probably like, shut up, we know. But like it means a lot to me. Should I get on my feels? Oh, I'll get my feels, but only for like a short period of time. I won't like really drag it out. I was 13 when I started my YouTube channel, and it was a hobby that I had because I didn't have a lot of friends, and I just loved watching videos so much that I wanted to make them myself. I filmed my very first video on my iPhone. I begged my parents for years to let me get an iPhone. I saved up every single penny that I had. Babysitting, if I found a quarter on the floor, on the street, birthday money, Christmas, like anything a little 13-year-old could do to get money. Every penny I saved up to get an iPhone so I can film my first YouTube video. I got an iPhone the next day. I filmed my first YouTube video because I needed a camera. I didn't have a camera, but like I was like, I need a phone to have a camera. And I begged my parents for years. Like they were so annoyed with how often I was like, please can I have an iPhone? Like they didn't get why I wanted one, and it was so I can make YouTube videos. I'm 22, almost 23. I've been doing this for almost 10 years now. This is my full-time job. I mean, I might get a part-time job, but like beside the point. Things like this, it's just like, it really comes full circle, and it's just like, I can't believe that a hobby that I had when I was 13 years old has turned into this, and it wouldn't be anything if it wasn't for you guys. I will never forget that. I will never stop thanking you guys. I'm gonna shut up. This is the best day ever. I'm gonna go pee because I'm about to go pee my pants. Just finished editing my video. My merch launches in a little bit over 15 minutes. I'm so excited. I'm starving, but I think I'm gonna wait until the merch launches to start making food, just because like that's the priority. Why is my... I'm very nervous. I'm like shaking. I don't know why I'm shaking. I'm just also very hungry. That's my update. It just launched. I cannot believe that people are buying them. Oh my gosh. I cannot breathe. Oh my god. I'm like shaking. You guys. Oh, someone said I've never ordered something so fast before. I could cry. I might cry. Hello. Okay. Sorry, I just made a funny noise. What? I love you guys. I can't believe this is happening. What am I about to do? Use my recalled air fryer that could catch my apartment on fire. Because I'm a responsible adult who does not understand consequences. But for real, I am gonna use it. It hasn't gone on fire yet. This is going to be the last time I use it. Mark my word. I want this to be the last time I use it before. I'm sorry. Before. Just shut up. Before I submit the recall thing. I looked into it. It just seems like a lot of work. I'm like, you just really had to create a defective product. I don't have the time for this. Also, so sorry if anybody bought this air fryer because I recommended it and then it's recalled. I apologize. I would never recommend a product that would catch your house on fire if I knew that was the thing. So we are going to make that same like sweet chili chicken that we made earlier in the week, but we're gonna try it in the air fryer, and I'm gonna put cornstarch on the little chicken nugget thingies. So hopefully they'll be like super crispy, and that's kind of what I'm going for, more of like a Panda Express, or like you know, like one of those kind of crispy fried chicken bites, and then with the sauce on it. I want it to be kind of crispy. I want like a crunch to it. We're not a crunch, but like a shell. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like I want there to be an outer layer. I could put like a batter on it, but I don't know, I'm not gonna fry it. So hopefully this will be like a healthier version of that. We're gonna try it. I'll keep you guys updated. I'm gonna do that all and not show any of it to you, because I always say this, I know raw chicken freaks people out. I'm a broken record, but I'm not gonna traumatize you guys with the raw chicken. Not in the business of traumatizing people. I'm in the business of maybe accidentally catching my apartment on fire. I did move it further away from the, I wonder. Okay, the back of my like backsplash doesn't look like it's like crispy or anything. I moved it like further away just in case. We're gonna do this and I'll keep you guys updated. The air fryer is currently going, but I added, I don't remember exactly what the recipe called for. I don't remember if it called for white vinegar, but I added some. And then I also added some sesame oil, and then garlic sriracha soy sauce, and the sweet chili sauce. But I think that the sesame oil is going to amplify it, so I'm excited for that. Oh no. I should have shaken it a little bit through, like halfway through, because you can see that one is still coated with it. This still looks raw, so we're gonna try the meat thermometer. That is not all the way cooked. Oh, some of them are. Some of them are not. They're not super crispy, but I'm adding them to a hot pan. And then I'm just gonna add the sauce on top of it. And then just coat it all. The sauce is getting like nice and bubbly, so it kind of like thickens almost. Makes more of like a glaze than a sauce. Oh gosh, this got all foggy. I added some steamed broccoli at the very end just so they would also get coated in the sauce. But I'm excited to try it. Wait, it is so hot. Oh god. So it doesn't have like the crispy crunchy that I was hoping it would have. Like I was hoping the air fryer would like mimic like a deep fryer almost, which maybe I just didn't do it right. I thought the cornstarch would kind of create a crispy edge, but it did not. But I do like the sauce more with the sesame oil. It has more depth of flavor, but I do like it more in the air fryer than I did hand seared. So I consider this a win. I would totally make this again, 100%. I think this is really good. Very flavorful and decently easy. Does anybody else feel like they need like a little treat after every meal? I feel like my meal is not over unless I have like a little treat. I don't have a little treat on hand, so I have these chocolate chips. So I'm gonna have a handful of chocolate chips. If you grew up in an ingredient household, you know if you know. This was my snack of choice in my ingredient household. Every time I go to my parents' house, there's no food. I'm like, how do they live? I need food at all times. They seriously never have anything. Like I open the fridge and it's all just like drinks and like soda and like lemonade and green juice. And I'm like, where's your snacks? I have to admit though, I did eat all of my snacks already this week. I don't have any more snacks left, but they never have snacks. It's not like they ate them all. They just don't buy them. Not me just judging my family right now, but my little treat. Honestly, I prefer a Reese's Egg, but we'll do it the weekend. You wouldn't believe that I've moved and that I've done stuff, but I have. It's hours later. I'm in the mood to make cookies. I'm gonna make a single serve cookie, which actually just makes 2 cookies, but we're gonna do it. I'm excited. I'm like wanting sweet. I don't know. Let's do this. We're gonna brown the butter first. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of stuff to clean up. Let's do it. Wait, that's the wrong one. Oh my gosh. It's this one. Oops. So we're gonna brown this. So we're just gonna let it melt and then kind of get a little foamy and brown. 4 tablespoons brown sugar. Oh no. Is my brown sugar stale? I thought it... This is not good. You guys didn't see, but I just got it everywhere. So update, we are not making cookies anymore. My brown sugar is completely stale, but I'm browning this butter. So I guess I'm just gonna finish browning it. Refrigerate it, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it, but I'm like, I don't wanna waste this. It smells good. I could buy more brown sugar. I just feel like it's just a lot of work. I just wanted to make some quick cookies. I have amazing news. I watched a YouTube video and I microwaved some of the brown sugar with a moist paper towel for like 30 seconds and it worked. Is it perfect? Absolutely not, but it is moist enough to use, so we are gonna make it work. Pouring in all that. So we combined 3 tablespoons of brown butter, 4 tablespoons of brown sugar, and 1 tablespoon of white sugar. It's looking like this. The egg yolk, we're doing 1 egg yolk and a 4th teaspoon of vanilla. 6 tablespoons of flour, 4th teaspoon of salt, 1/8 teaspoon of baking soda. My mouth is watering. The official taste test. Yum, very yum. Okay, we're gonna bake these. I think these make 2 cookies, maybe less because I keep eating the dough. Yum. Gonna let these cool for a minute, then we'll eat them. Taste test time. Ooh, I kind of want to take a photo of these because these are really cute. Hold. Oh, my feet are in the photo. Ew. Okay, it's not. Oh, just dropped my water. The people that live below. I got chocolate all over my pants, my white pants. How did that even happen? That almost just fell off. Okay, I'm a mess. They're a little bit darker than a regular cookie because of the brown butter. What is going on outside my window? It's not the best cookie I've ever had, but it is good, and I will be eating them. We have a little Amazon haul for you guys. First, I'm gonna take a water break. Delicious. It's like 6 p.m. right now. I'm doing nothing for the night. It's a Friday night and I'm staying in, so I might end the vlog after this because I have nothing else going on. 3 things I ordered. I ordered another one of those white fringe, like 2-piece sets from Amazon for the Eras tour, but I want a diet pink. And someone was like, you should buy a backup just in case. And I was like, that's a great idea. Because she was like, as the tour gets closer, it's probably gonna sell out. And I was like, you know what? You're so right. So I got that. So now I have 2. And then if the one that I dye pink works out, I'm just gonna return that one. So I'm not even gonna open it. I ordered this Rit dye. So I'm going to get like one of those like 5, why do I keep like tapping? Those like 5-gallon buckets from like Home Depot or something and dye it in that because that's what everyone told me to do. I've never dyed anything before, but everyone's like, you're gonna kill it, you're gonna do great. So fingers crossed, wish me luck, besties. Last package. I ran out of protein powder this morning. I ordered this yesterday, but I ran out of it this morning. So this is my favorite protein powder, the Orgain Chocolate Fudge, Creamy Chocolate Fudge. Chocolate Fudge flavored protein powder. Oh, I love this stuff. I've had it almost every single morning for the past 2 years now, going on 2 years. I have no concept of time, but yeah, I don't know why I love to balance things on my head. I feel like I'm good at it. That was my Amazon haul, and that was probably just the end of this video because I think I'm just gonna maybe shower, maybe scroll on TikTok for the rest of the day. So I love you guys. Also, I'm gonna clean my kitchen. Look at that. That's pretty bad. Oops, but I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I am happy this week kind of turned around because I was having a little rough start in the beginning, but we're on the come up. Our slay era is starting. I love you. Mwah.